still have time to grow. Things ain't always set in stone. Hey, how's it going, YouTube? My name is Atomic Moon. Today, bringing you a Tutorial Tuesday, and this week I'm going to be talking about the Kanye West pitched, distorted vocal thing that you hear a lot on 808s and Heartbreaks. You just heard an example of it, of the sound that we're going to be making. This sound, I don't really know, as far as Kanye West production style, how much into sound design he gets. I think he probably mostly just does the beat making portion when it comes to production. And, I can't really speak for exactly how involved he is with the sound design and all that. So I don't know if this was his idea when it comes to making this effect, because it's pretty ingenious the way that he uses it in his music. I think what probably happened when he started experimenting with vocoders is he probably wanted to make more melodic content in his vocal productions, and I think that's what most people use vocoders for, is they use it to kind of help themselves write melodies and stuff like that, so you can write it on a keyboard and kind of have it as a reference while you actually record a track. And he probably just heard it like that and thought, hey, this sounds pretty good, pretty different, so I'm going to start incorporating it into my actual music. So I give him major props for being able to use this sound in a melodic and a tasteful and a very fresh way. Anyway, let's get into it. Basically, all that it is just it's going to be auto-tuned on two different frequencies. It's going to be one is going to be on your normal pitch, and you're going to have another auto-tune that's going to be tuned down a couple of octaves. I have it down 2 octaves. But anyway, I have one microphone input channel, and I have this unrouted to where the main bus is not routed to anything. It's just taken out. But I have it down on my send channel that I'm sending it to 2 separate effects channels. And the first one is going to be this auto-tune channel. I'm going to mute my second channel right here. And this one, as you can hear, is just it just has a pitch correction on it. I'm using the stock pitch correction in Cubase. You can use whatever you have. If you have Melodyne or whatever pitch correction software comes inside the DAW of your choice, it doesn't really matter. But you're going to want this to be you're going to want it to have it very harshly pitch corrected, like as high as it'll go. The way the Steinberg one works is speed is going to be set to 100. That means it's going to be correcting it as quickly as possible. Tolerance, it's not going to be taking any sharp or flat notes. It's just going to go straight to whichever one it's closest to. Transpose, this particular one, we're not transposing this to anything. It's just going to pitch it to the exact note that you're going to be closest to. I'm changing my scale source. I'm using C sharp because I'm kind of basing this on Street Lights. This is one of the songs off 808s and Heartbreak, and that song is in C sharp, so I have it in C sharp major. So anything that I'm going to be saying is going to be correlating to the scale C sharp major. Shift, we're not shifting this one. We're going to be shifting on the other FX channel. I'm optimizing this for a male voice, and I'm taking preservation off because you want this to sound very robotic. You don't want this to sound natural at all. So you want this to be as harshly tuned as possible, and you just want it to sound kind of robotic. So with it on. Hey, oh. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so, it didn't even, okay, it was still bypassed. Anyway, hey, oh. Okay, so yeah, you can hear it changing the notes. And then from here, this is my second FX channel, and it's gonna have the same pitch correction settings on it, except I'm just down pitching it. You could down pitch it down 12. I was messing around with that, and I ended up pitching it down 2 octaves, down to 24. But I mean, you can play around with it, and whatever you think sounds better, it can be what you want to use. Okay, so here's with the original auto tune off and just the lower octave. Okay, so as you can tell, it's just it's pitch correcting it, but it's also putting it down 2 octaves. So we're combining, like I said, we're starting out with our original microphone signal. We're sending it to the first auto-tune channel, and we're sending it to the second auto-tune channel. And we're combining both of these sources into this third FX channel. And basically, this is going to combine your 2 sources, and I have a Camel Crusher on it. That's going to add distortion to it. And the distortion is kind of really where it kind of gives the character that Kanye West uses a lot. And I think it'll be more recognizable whenever you hear that. So here is with everything on.
Seem like streetlights blowing happen to be just like moments passing in front of me. So I hopped in the cab and I paid my fare.
Okay, so you get it. And I don't want to sing too much of that song, so my video would get flagged. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I know on Streetlights he actually has like a clean vocal, and I think maybe the distorted vocal is just slightly below it. So, just play around with it. You can he layers it a lot. He'll have like a regular non-auto-tuned vocal, and then he'll have like this really distorted auto-tune vocal like right underneath it. So just play around with it, and go listen to some of his songs and see exactly what he's doing with it. And this should at least get you in the ballpark. So thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys next time.